Hey guys, it's T-Bomb here, and today we're doing a brief history of the T-Bomb channel up until now. At least the brief part of it is me just describing the history, and from there I got some fun stuff that we're gonna do to celebrate nothing in particular, but I'd say a half-year anniversary of the channel, because to be technical, if you consider both of the channels that I've had to be one channel, it has been half a year. So the evolution of T-Bomb up until now starts with the symbol you see in front of you, which is T-Bomb Gaming. Originally, the old channel before this one was T-Bomb Gaming. If you look at what it was registered as, it was T-Bomb Gaming because it was gaming focused, had a lot of Gmod related stuff, there was some Mafia 2 stuff and some other stuff. Unfortunately, that got lost once Papa fucking Grizz took down that old channel because he's a douche. But yeah, it had a big focus on gaming, and that's why it was called T-Bone Gaming. And it was called T-Bone Gaming for a good majority of its life. Actually, the name changed sometime in late September, and it went over to just T-Bomb, which is what you guys have definitely always remembered it as. Which is where a certain program would soon start, but that's not quite yet. That's coming up a little bit. So, the T-Bomb channel originally didn't stray too far from its roots. It had some music-related stuff in there, but it was still mostly gaming. But all that changed one day when Haggy Rants was having a live stream podcast of his own, which at the time was, of course, as it still is, the Jeff Haggy Show. This was early into the Jeff Haggy Show. And it's that episode where he fucking goes off on TCB. So yeah, you see where this is going. I contacted TCB. I'm like, hey, this could make a good podcast, just talking about what just happened. And well, in came. Ah yes, everybody here remembers this. The first thing you guys probably ever watched on this channel, or on the old channel of this channel, you know what I mean. Anyway, the first thing you guys probably watched that was T-Bomb related was the Two Musketeers series. This series was, it was, just statistically speaking, vastly more popular than even Club Cthulhu is as of now. It got a good 3-4 times the viewership as Club Cthulhu gets at the moment, and it was just absolutely one of the biggest series I think I'll ever be involved in. One episode of it had like almost 500 views. It was insane. And Two Musketeers was just a pioneer show. And it was my first ever podcast series. You guys all remember me and TCB working together. You'll get the odd person comes into one of the Club Cthulhu streams even today and asks about it. Where TCB is and why Two Musketeers isn't Two Musketeers anymore, and then I have to explain to them why Two Musketeers isn't Two Musketeers anymore. So Two Musketeers ran for 3 episodes. 4 if you count the host change, but I don't. That was a transitional period. But Two Musketeers ran for 3 episodes over the course of a month, and then the co-host of Two Musketeers, TCB himself, just vanished one day and left me sitting there being like, what the fuck? So there had to be a staff change. So the co-host of Club Cthulhu came to be Furby at first for the first time, or for the first episode. Although to be fair, Furby co-hosted what was technically the last episode of Two Musketeers. As you guys may or may not remember from the old channel, Two Musketeers' first episode was the host change because that was a transitional period to what would become Club Cthulhu. So, with that being said, one day TCB just abandoned the project and Two Musketeers was left to die. And because there was no way that could continue on in its current form, I decided to change things up, and that resulted in Club Cthulhu. And Club Cthulhu is still running to this day and has been much more successful, even though there have been co-host changes a couple of times. Most recently being Furby having a fucking emo phase and deciding he was gonna fucking fuck off. So now we have Falk as the main co-host on the show, but Club Cthulhu has been running now. Including what was on the old channel, it has been running for half a year or more. I actually don't know how long Club Cthulhu's been running, to be honest, but, well, it has been running half a year. It's been running about a third of a year. Half a year would be the whole channel's history, but for about a third of the year we've had Club Cthulhu running now, and now it's into January of 2018, so it's been running for a while now. It's been months and months of just Club Cthulhu. It hasn't been quite as successful as Two Musketeers was, but you know what? I've had a new channel I've just had to start with, so I can't complain. The views on it are alright for what it is. So, Club Cthulhu started off because TCB fucked off. We just discussed that earlier. So I needed to find someone fast to do a, a new podcast with. So I found Furby, and Furby, of course, was like the longest standing co-host I've ever been with. Until literally just a couple days ago, he was the co-host of Club Cthulhu. And we also had Higgins a couple of times, but he turned out not to be a pretty damn good co-host. He'd never show up. We all know that. Higgins just did not give a fuck. So, after a while, we had Magnus, we had Nightmare, we've had different people featured on here. Supreme still hasn't been featured. He's coming, though. Eventually, he's going to join the stream, but it might take a while. We've had Nightmare Fan. Aquatic's supposed to have joined, he just never did. And Falk is now, like, the new co-host. So, with all that being said, that's where we're currently at. Club Cthulhu is the new series, and everybody knows that at this point. So, at this point, there's nothing really other than the T-Bomb channel started selling t-shirts about, I'd say, a week ago now. So, that's something that started on the channel, but yeah, overall, I mean, we're just up to date, so I guess that's the end of the, you know, spoken history of the T-Bomb channel. So, I'll have more stuff outside of this, so continue watching.
I had some problems with motherfucking Comcast. Goddamn internet ain't working, TV's working. I can watch channel 2, I can watch channel 3. Can't watch channel 4, but I can watch channel 5. Can't go on the internet, can't do shit. Call fucking Google, and what do I get?
You're coming after me? You're gonna take me down? Take me down? You think I'm afraid of your fucking $2.50 lawyer?
Hi all, Papa Grizz 56. You know, the old fart in a wheelchair? The Anne of Sydney, Ohio. Yes. Isaac had the balls to call me the N-word. Not once, but twice.
He's working for. He's basically working for free, but owning his own business on YouTube, and he's collecting the money. Now, Papa, I wasn't going to do this kind of thing, and I wasn't going to say anything, but see, when you reported me to the Social Security Office Board for no reason and at all, and the dirty stuff that you did to me, yeah, I'm making sure that the report to the Social Security Office goes through and gets filed through, because that's considered fraud. See, you're making money right now off of YouTube, and YouTube could verify how much money you are making off of there and how much it gets. You were dirty enough to go and report me to the Social Security Office, and I know it was you. You could say no, you never, or whatever, but you and there's several other people that I do know that was involved in everything. I do know for a fact how you are, Papa Grizz 56. If you don't get your way, you want to cry like a little bitch.
Fine, unsubscribe. I'm sorry, I lost my dad at 11. I found his fucking dead body laying by his bed when I was fucking 11 years old. I signed papers to resuscitate my mother because they said that she would have been a vegetable at the age of 22. I've been through a hell of a lot more than that boy has. If he wasn't such a big ass pussy, he'd be over it by now.